Okay, are we there?
Yeah.
So in the last class, we dealt with shallow pullbacks, deep pullbacks, complex pullbacks. So we are still dealing with structure. So today we'll be moving to areas in structure, like the primary zones, like the primary areas, the secondary areas, and all other areas like the internal structure, where we are actually interested in structure. So let me take it to a fresh place. So let me type it out. So we'll deal with primary zones, we'll deal with internal structure, and we'll deal with secondary. Are you getting it?
Yes.
So we can still deal with imbalances. And let's say voids. Yeah. So okay, let me write it in full for you so you won't take it, you get to say liquidity voids. So let's don't waste time. Let's go straight to the point. Let's assume we have a structure like this: a high, a low, a high, a low. We are in a bullish trend. A high,
Yes.
a low. You know, before this thing turns to a continues its flow upward, you have something like this: low, high, low, high, low, before a continuation.
The range structure.
Yes, exactly. Then when you get to this point, you have something like a low, high, a low, high. Now assume there's a break here. That's the point I want to give you. Let's assume we have a structure like this. That means we're moving from a uptrend. I get in it. Then what happened here? There was a break of structure here.
Yes.
Right? So now this is the point I want to draw to you. This, you know, this is our new structure range now. In every structure range, there's always the primary zone, there's always the internal structure, and there's always the secondary. Are you getting it? For this structure range, from this structure range, from here to this point here, we want to identify our areas. So now, how do we identify the primary zone in this place?
Hold on, boss. The line you draw below. Yes. Is he on that? Is he okay? Oh, that's okay.
Are you clear now?
So that means we are within the lines within the structure range.
Exactly, within the structure range. So now, for us to get our primary zone in this place, we have to look for where we have our minor break of structure. Are you getting it? On this point, the primary zone is always at the extreme, but not everywhere at the extreme is your primary zone. You cannot call just your SC candle as your primary zone, or like your other block here as your primary zone. No, your primary area is from, like, let's assume this happened. You can see you are having high, low, high. Then where do you have your minor break of structure? You had your minor break of structure here, right?
Yes. Yes.
So from this place, you have your minor break of structure. The next high it creates after the minor break of structure, this is the high it created after the minor break of structure. This is the high it's created after this minor break of structure. This is the high it's created, right?
All right.
From this high upward is your primary zone.
Okay.
I getting it. From that high upward is your primary zone. You will get to understand why we did not add.
Hello, boss. Hello, boss.
Yeah.
Please, my internet was interrupted with the call. So please, you said you are talking about the primary zone after the minor break of structure. Please.
Yes. After this minor break of structure,
Yes.
it created the eye.
Yes.
From the top of that eye to the extreme, that is your primary area, your primary zone. Are you getting it?
Yes.
Okay.
From the
from
top,
that. Okay.
from the top to the extreme, that is your primary area, your primary zone. So you are not interested in this one itself. You will get to understand why you are not taking this when we get to liquidity. For now, we are just identifying our primary zone. So you should know that after a break of structure, an MBOS here, the eye it creates, from the top of that eye to the extreme is your what? Primary zone.
Primary zone.
Please, kindly close this pop-up on your screen.
This, right?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Thank you.
So can you see it now?
Yeah.
So you are coming from a uptrend, and suddenly the trend changed. Are you getting it? It happens. This place has a primary zone. This place has a primary zone. This place, but I'm using this so you can understand first. Are you getting it? So immediately you are in a trend, and after a break of structure, a minor BOS here, the eye it creates from the top of that eye to your extreme. Are you getting it? That's your what? Primary zone. So I've been able to deal with what?
Primary.
So that's
Primary zone.
Are you getting it?
Yes.
So this is primary. Now, there are interactions that happened inside here immediately after your primary zone. There are things that happened here. Like, let's assume this. Okay, let's leave this way. Immediately after your primary zone, you will see things like, you see low, high. You'll be seeing structures like this. It's not like the market is a line chart. This is how you'll be seeing structures.
Cool.
Before the break, this is how you'll be seeing structures. Are you getting it? The structure is not a line chart. So this is, you'll be seeing series of higher, low, higher, different mitigations. Yeah. Are you getting it?
Yeah.
It's not, the
Yes.
market is not just going to come down like a line chart. No, you will see structures. So immediately after your primary zone, these structures that are forming here that cause the break of structure are your internal structure. So all these are your what? Internal structure.
Okay.
So all that are your what? Internal what? Structure. Are you getting it? So this part,
Yes.
the one that causes the break of structure is what? Your internal structure. So you can write this as what? Internal structure.
Okay.
So we have been able to identify our internal structure. Then after, you can see there's an interaction that happened here before this thing came up, before the break of structure. See what happened? A high, a low, then a break. Are you seeing it? Then this is a low, just like as it happened in this place. So below here is your secondary zones. Are you getting it? And this secondary zone is what makes support turn resistance work most times. You'll get to understand that. Let me explain it.
Okay.
If there is distance and momentum, if there's distance, let me take this off. If there is distance and momentum, the market will just come like this, retest on the secondary zone, and go down. And that is where price action traders used to do. You see something like it to come here, test on your secondary zone, and continue on that flow downward. And that's where you see support turn resistance, where you see price action traders, they will draw the line like this. Are you getting it? And it will work out for them and they will make their profit. So the secondary zone is the cases that make the support turn resistance. It's one of the cases that make support turn resistance to work. That's if there's distance and momentum here. Are you getting it? But we'll get on that.
The distance and momentum you're talking about is imbalanced, right?
No, we'll get to understand that when we get to it. It's not like majorly imbalance. It could come in form of imbalance. It could come in form of void. Not imbalance, it would come in form of void. But we'll get to understand that better. So this place where it showed a break, the interaction that happened there, this is your secondary zone. You can see you had a low, a high, a low. Then after a low, what happened? A break. Yeah.
Okay.
The break in that line. Can we call it MBOS?
Yes, this is MBOS. Then the low that forms after the MBOS, you take it from that low downward. That's your secondary zone.
Secondary.
So this is secondary. So we can call this our secondary zone. So we have been able to identify our primary zone. We have been able to identify our internal structure, and we have been able to identify our secondary zone. We will deal with imbalance and liquidity void, but let us dwell on this particular. Let's explain this very well again. You get right? Okay.